Hello, I'm Howard Hughes, and I'm here to offer guidance to America and its business leaders. You are the market. Every purchase you make, every article you read, every platform you engage with, you dictate what thrives and what fades. The world does not shape you. You shape it through your choices. Consider this: media companies generate billions from outrage-driven content because engagement fuels advertising revenue. A 2021 study by the Pew Research Center found that high-emotion content spreads 70% faster than neutral news. Social media algorithms prioritize controversy over accuracy, not because they have an agenda, but because the market rewards it. It is up to you to stop demanding bias, to stop rewarding outrage, and to start demanding the full picture. If consumers shift their habits, seeking truth over tribalism, depth over clickbait, and integrity over manipulation, the market will adapt. Businesses, media outlets, and tech giants follow the money. If misinformation is no longer profitable, it will vanish. The power has always been in your hands. What you consume determines what is created. Demand better, and the world will change accordingly. Both sides, all sides, and everything in between. Intellectual enlightenment begins with curiosity, and curiosity fuels the economy. If you demand knowledge, the market will supply it. If you demand integrity, businesses will compete for it. And if you demand division, well, you will be sold exactly what you ask for. But here's what too many are missing. The misinformation economy is reaching its boiling point. Everything has a point of diminishing returns, a moment when a once profitable industry begins to cannibalize itself. The smartest capitalists recognize when an economic model has peaked and when it's time to pivot. The misinformation economy is no different. For decades, media conglomerates, social platforms, and short-sighted corporations built their fortunes on outrage. They turned division into a commodity and sold it at a premium. Fear became a business model. Outrage became an investment strategy. Misinformation was just another product on the shelf. But every unsustainable market collapses eventually. The most visionary entrepreneurs, the ones who survive, the ones who build, the ones who think ahead, see the writing on the wall before it's too late. The collapse of the misinformation economy. The signs are already there. Outrage is no longer the moneymaker it once was. Audiences are becoming desensitized. The same tactics that once drove engagement are now losing their effectiveness. Advertisers are pulling back. Big brands don't want their money funding division, misinformation, and social decay. Regulation is tightening. Lawmakers around the world are cracking down on misinformation, algorithmic manipulation, and deceptive media practices. An uninformed society doesn't innovate. If people aren't thinking critically, they aren't solving problems. And if they aren't solving problems, they aren't building the future. The real threat to capitalism isn't regulation, it's stagnation. And a society trapped in misinformation is a society that stops moving forward. So, here's the question for American business. Do you want to be the last empire of the misinformation economy? Or do you want to lead the next wave of progress? I never made my fortune chasing the past. I built it by seeing the future before anyone else did. I didn't invest in reaction. I invested in innovation. I didn't build TBA by manipulating emotions. I built it by seeing what others couldn't. I didn't break records in aviation by playing it safe. I broke them by pushing the limits of what was possible. I didn't make Hughes Aircraft a leader by following outdated strategies. I did it by pioneering the future of aerospace. Had I been here today, I wouldn't have built a misinformation empire. I would have seen the end of the road before the rest, and I would have pivoted long before the crash. And that's exactly what the smartest business leaders are doing now. They are abandoning the failing outrage economy and building the economy of truth, trust, and progress. Because a nation of thinkers, builders, and problem solvers is more profitable than a nation of divided, distracted consumers. The next great business opportunity: truth as a competitive advantage. The future of capitalism belongs to those who recognize this shift. Companies that prioritize trust over manipulation will outlast those still chasing outrage. News outlets that compete on credibility will replace those still selling division. Tech leaders who design algorithms for knowledge will outperform those still optimizing for rage. The businesses that educate, inform, and equip people to solve real problems will become the new market leaders. The next great fortune won't be made by selling outrage, it will be made by selling solutions. America's choice: demand progress or be left behind. For decades, misinformation was profitable, but now it is reaching its tipping point. The market is shifting. The boiling point is near. So the question is, will you continue to reward deception, or will you demand progress? Will you consume reactionary content, or will you engage in intellectual curiosity? Will you be manipulated, or will you be empowered? America, the choice has always been yours, and the market will always follow. The age of misinformation made money, but the future belongs to those who build. The next wave of great business leaders won't be those who divide, they will be those who solve. For more, visit information-warfare.com. The market dictates. Adapt or perish.